Yeah, in this video right here of Big Ward, the genius, so called, somewhat. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, in this video, Big Ward, the genius, he's discussing the Karmelo Anthony case and I guess his thoughts about it. He's gonna talk. He's still gonna talk about that he don't have enough facts and pretty much he's gonna give his opinion on it. I don't know where it's going per se. I forgot. I did watch a little bit of it, so I don't know exactly where it's going with this. I was gonna say something else, but I kind of like forgot. Damn, I gotta say city. But you know, but he said he don't have enough facts. Well, the fact is two facts that's paramount, and it should be. There's another case that happened in South Carolina too. I gotta discuss that too a little bit, just briefly, a little bit, just basic stuff. Some not so basic, but that's another video. But this one right here, there's two facts that stand out. I don't know too much about Texas law. You know, New York law is a little bit different. You have a right to defend yourself and using certain weapons. In Texas, I don't know too much, so and I don't think he does either. But the main thing I want to discuss about this case is the fact that there's like I was saying before, two things that stand out in this case. Of course, is race and weapons and the use of thereof on the opponent. But number one, and I don't like this at all. I'm getting tired of like even defending these type of guys or these people in these type of cases. And once again, I'm telling you, I know I'm gonna get banned, but this woman thing's got to stop. This single woman thing's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's evil and it's nasty and it's got to stop. Yeah, this black single mother thing, it's got to stop. It's nasty, it's evil, and I think it's pure evil, to be honest with you. And it leads to inbreeding. Number one, his mother moved him to a all-white, small Texas town, mostly white. What do you think was gonna happen? Nothing, right? That's a woman's way of thinking. Nothing. Because white people are so superior that they won't do nothing. They're just good people, and they won't go to school and have a good life. Well, that may be true for 2/3, but it's a third that I don't know about. But anyway, the fact is that his mother moved him to a small all-white town in Texas somewhere. I forgot. And of course, as you know the rest of the story, right? I don't know why mothers do this to black kids, moving them to all-white places. Either they're going to be tortured verbally, mentally, in this case physically, and really in this case legally also. And mothers always think they're getting the best. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your child is be there for your child, 150%. If you want a better school for your child, you are the school. Read him a nighttime, bedtime story instead of traumatizing with divorce and separation from his father. And the second thing that stands out in this thing is that seemingly, I hope I'm right, he was surrounded by two big white dudes. Well, not big, but pretty much athletic white dudes. I think you have the right, in New York you have the right to defend yourself using a weapon, because two human beings that are just as big as you, if not bigger, is considered a weapon. But this guy right here, this guy's with the big bald head, think he's cool, tough, no handsome face, and just a thug beard, and he weighs 280 pounds. Ooh. Hold on 1 second. And so this guy right, he doesn't really, he never mentions that. You don't need books and legal scholarship and know that two people. Something happened. I don't know on my computer or not, but I'll plug it in. So he fails to mention the fact that it was two dudes surrounding him, and he felt threatened in the past by these two dudes, these two brothers, and legally they should be considered a weapon. But he failed to mention that. You don't need knowledge of facts or a big head or the name genius to know that could be a case. I don't know. So once again, I don't know Texas law. I don't think Texas law Texas law may not consider that as a weapon. But anyway, so he got two things going against him. This Karmelo Anthony. He live in an all-white town. We think gonna be all, but not an all-white jury. It is his peers. Technically speaking, I know it's a slim shot in the dark, but technically speaking, he's surrounded by people in his town, which is his peers. Technically speaking. And another thing, this Karmelo guy gotta get. I know his name was actually Karmelo Anthony. Every time I keep hearing that name, I'm thinking next basketball player. But anyway, so yeah, another thing he got going against him. Does Texas law consider two people who have been threatening him for the longest and surrounded him that day a weapon of some sort that need to be defended against? So anyway, let's wait here the Mr. Big Tough Guy Genius has to say about all this. All right.
It's hard to know what really happened if you didn't see it right there.
You don't need to know, but go ahead.
So I said I wasn't gonna talk about this, too much because I don't know what happened. I don't want to just give my opinion based on emotion.
Yeah, but you could do. Listen. Take those big ass hands that you use to beat up women. To beat up men, and get a piece of paper and a pen and write down what you know. All right, write down what you know about the case, and then take it from there. Use that little handwritten information, and speak the quote unquote facts about the case based on what you just wrote down. Okay, all white town, two men surrounding him and been threatening him for the longest. All right.
I'm black, he black, the white folks against him and all that. I ain't gonna do all that. I deal with facts, not emotions. I deal with facts, not feelings. I got what they telling us, but there's so many different things they're telling us. Who do you believe?
I hate to sound like a woman and like I'm gay or something, but look at that little big water on his fucking eye. He's black and he's from the South. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you notice that? All right, let him continue. Listen, big world. Write everything down that you know, what you think you know, and what's right there in front of you. That's what you call facts, also. All right.
Dad.
All right. Listen, he's gonna go on about this case. Even though he wasn't gonna talk about it, but he's talking about it. Yeah, he's saying things a little bit. He's saying he's about to say a lot of little things that's very inconsistent and don't sound right, and is a little bit off and has some gaps in it. So I'm gonna allow you to hear him out, and then I'm gonna attack it hard. All right, because a lot of things he just kind of being one or two things he's being kind of silly on, and the rest are just inconsistent gaps in logic. All right, so here we go.
He was pushed. I heard. Let's just say that was true. But as I just said, us knowing we're not gonna get a fair shot. We already know this, right? So we gotta be a little more cautious about doing stuff that can get us locked up. So if I can have a remote control of Karmelo Anthony.
Okay, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. All right, that's number one. If he's pushed, you talking him being pushed as if it only happened once. That's why he carried the knife, because it happened obviously, and something else must have happened obviously more than effing once. This is black people logic that needs to stop. Some other people are just not too bright. But yeah, it must have happened more. And if you heard anything about it in the past, this was an ongoing thing. This didn't just happen just this one time, this one isolated incident. This was something that was going on and on and on. This is something like on my job where I'm about to smack the fucking shit out of this Spanish dude with fucking glasses and doofy and dumb as fuck. He always got to talk about something. He found something to talk about my clothes. Now he going on and on about it every fucking day. Now if I was to fucking take something and bust his fucking jaw open, now I have to go to jail like Karmelo Anthony. Because some people don't know when to fucking stop. But anyway, yeah, this is in New York, Midtown Manhattan, alright, 54th Street. I'm gonna smack the fucking shit out of him so fucking hard, the cop, but there's a policeman right up the fucking block gonna fucking feel that shit. So he need to stop before he gets smacked. He think he's 5'8" and fucking maybe 200 pounds. He think he could, and he walk like a fucking nigga. He think he's fucking a tough guy. I'm gonna smack the fucking shit. I'm so fucking hard. His mother's gonna be crying and don't know why. But anyway, let's move on. I'm about the same height and weight of him anyway. So I just do that in just to let you know what I'm dealing with. Because motherfuckers don't fucking just know when you're about to get your ass whooped. Really bad. To the point it may become a criminal offense. But anyway, so that's number one, Mr. Big Boy, the genius. Okay? He probably did avoid it. How many times you gonna fucking avoid this? You gonna get bullied all your fucking stay in that fucking high school? I think people knew about it, but they didn't give a fuck. It was a black guy getting bullied in an all-white fucking school. So mention that, big boy. Mention that shit. It's called arithmetic and logic, but most black people are not good at, including Alabamians. Because obviously it must have happened more than fucking once. Not just one person. Come on, get the fuck out of here, bro. Grow up. And what else he was saying? Hold on one second. Okay, one more time. I want to comment on something else, but I forgot what it was. Let's continue.
Let's just say that was true. But as I just said, us knowing we're not going to get a fair shot. We already know this, right? So we got to be a little more cautious about doing stuff that can get us locked up. So if I can have a remote control of Karmelo Anthony at the time that the situation went down, say for instance that the Austin guy did push Karmelo. Say for instance Karmelo wasn't supposed to be in that tent or whatever. They said it was raining and he was trying to get the rain and his team didn't have.
What the fuck that got to do with any fucking thing, bro? Let's move on quick, big boy. Probably so big, you acting like a 7-year-old right now, like a 2 foot, 3 foot 7-year-old. All right, come on, bro. Let's get on with this fucking shit. All right, he could be any way he wants. And like I said, once again, it's an ongoing thing, and it's called bullying for a reason with an ing. I mean, it's been ongoing.
Have a tent. Different view. But let's just say.
Oh, and my incident is on East 54th Street. East 54th Street in Manhattan, New York City, New York. Manhattan. Sorry.
The big dude pushed Karmelo. If I can guide that Karmelo.
No, you can't guide him because his brother was there too. It should be considered a threat and a weapon for two people to be standing over you and one bullying you or fucking with you. Anyway.
Step by step, what to do. I would have told him, you know what? You can't win this situation. Walk away. Swallow your pride.
And do what? And get bullied? It'll continue the next day after that, the next day after that, the next school day after that. Listen, okay, let me be clear. I'm not advocating to use violence, to get yourself locked up. I'm not. And I get what he's trying to say, but when somebody keep messing with you over and over again, you're not even being in the right frame of mind, bro. And I'm sure he has done it too. So stop the fucking bullshit. They didn't arrest you. The cops didn't run up on you and put handcuffs on you and put your ass in jail. So stop the bullshit, bro. Stop the bullshit. You already told us 1,000 fucking times that if somebody will fuck with you, you're gonna fuck with them. So why would you fucking be a fucking hypocrite and tell them what Karmelo can and should not do? How do you make any fucking sense, big boy? Inconsistent logic. Go ahead, bro.
I know it's hard, but pride comes before the fall.
It's had nothing to do with pride. This is so-called self-defense, and people stop fucking with you.
Pride comes before destruction. You're in a losing situation. It's just you.
Staying in that school is a losing situation with two dudes who think they can mess with you all the fucking time. Hello? Wake up.
They say you had a friend out with him, but you outnumbered, first of all.
His brother.
Sometimes you gotta run to be able to fight again another day.
I have my own advisor.
I gotta be careful with these buttons. Okay, he's about to, once again, I repeat, some ethnic group is not good at mathematics. Shit, I'm sorry. Fuck. Sorry.
Karmelo Anthony should have dipped. gonna say this thing, I'm a punk. You was outnumbered. You ain't no punk for running from an out. You outgunned. That's smart.
No, that's effing stupid. So, as if tomorrow's not gonna come. What think they're gonna do? Not bully him no more? They're gonna try it again. Then not the next day, the day after that. Stop it, big boy. You're not making any 295-pound cents. Fuck.
Lee, he wouldn't be in a situation right now.
Silly. No, you're wrong.
The worst you would have to deal with, you were scared, you ran. But you wouldn't be in jail, but you'd go to prison.
Life is not this easy.
Oh, look at the fact, I ain't have to be in there. I know they gonna give me more time, so stay my ass down there. Y'all catch what I'm saying? Black folk.
Mr. Ward, life is not that easy, all right? In some instances, he's right, and it's true. You should stay out of trouble as much as possible. But sometimes trouble comes to you, and you might have to react quicker than you can think, all right? Emotionally, anyway. So you got to be careful, Miss. Okay, I'm sorry. So life is not that easy. So stop acting like there's always a perfect scenario where you're gonna not do something that you should have. You should not do something that you should not have done. Stop being silly. Stop being silly. Big word and black people in general.
In other words, stay out of trouble.
That's besides the point.
You gotta be able to swallow your pride, young man.
You're about to speak on two different scenarios.
And he give me 40 years, but he get a white guy. I didn't have to sell that stuff. So I would have got busted. And I go before that so-called racist judge. And he give me 40 years, but he get a white guy for the same crime 5 years.
Totally two different scenarios, bro. Totally different scenarios. You can't compare apples and oranges. Stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit, Alabama. This is why we call your guys country. This is one of the main reasons why we call y'all guys country. Alright, stop the bullshit. I'm making my opinion and advice on what he's about to say. Give me 1 second.
And walk your other way, unless you can't. From what I'm hearing, he had an option to dip. But I understand being a young man, hot-headed, so I'm trying to teach you, prepare yourself before you get in that situation. I already know what you're going to do. If I can get away, I always have your first plan is to get away if you can. No matter what. F the pride, young black man. If you can get away without having to do anything. If you ain't got no other option, then you got to defend yourself. You end up in jail, you end up in jail.
Well, that's a little bullshit. Not that easy when you're bullied every day and see the assholes every day, because they're gonna do a lot of little things in between, from the time they first bully you, the second time they bully you, to the third or fourth time they bully you. Always gonna be some hallway incident, or it's gonna be somewhere in the cafeteria, and it's almost like jail. So I want to agree with him, but it's hard. I find it hard to do so personally. No, but what he should have done. And maybe this is good advice. Hey, maybe it's not. I don't know how people are going to take it, but what he should have done is wrote every incident down on paper, date and time and place, of course. Secondly, every time they touch him or say something to him, file a criminal complaint of verbal harassment or assault, physical assault, and write it down and go to the DA's office or the sheriff's or whatever they got down there and file a criminal complaint against these young men. You always have it on record. And the cops don't do anything, and something like this happens, it'll be on the state. It'll be on the state to explain why they didn't do shit. You understand? And let everybody know what type of person these people are. Those two guys are. In the second half, you can smack the shit out of them, but and I could do it myself too. But so far, I'm not being bullied, so it's a different story. He just an asshole to keep his mouth quiet and shut the fuck up before I smack the shit out of him. But soon I'm gonna put him on YouTube and blast him. So I think he better learn to back the fuck up. All right. Yeah, so he should have done it, and I won't say should, like I'm his parent or his guardian, but he could have done that too. That's a good advice for anybody, for him or anybody else in that matter. Just try to weigh your non-violent, non-physical actions before you weigh in your physical and violent actions. All right, see if you can do that. Let's try and see if you can do that first. See, please. I don't want nobody. I don't want innocent guys going to jail. This guy look like a cool guy. Just his mother's a dumbass. Put him in an all-white school, and that's not his choice. It's his mother's. So you know, women think they can solve a man's problem, but 9 times out of 10 they can't. Especially a single mother. I'm sorry, but you just can't. They just can't. But I wish he had just try those options first. Something, you know, so everybody know what type of assholes he was dealing with. Anyway, they're just my advice. I'm not gonna say shoulda, woulda, but they're just my advice in for future reference and for the future of people who dealing with issues like this. You know, all right. Or YouTube it every day. You know, your experience with these type of assholes and put it on YouTube. You know, that's always a good thing too. I would believe. Anyway,
It's all right to surrender sometime.
it's true.
Come back and fight another day.
Of course, that's true. If the option is available
It's too late
at that time.
They finna ban me.
Yeah.
But anybody else that listen to me right now, still if you black, go out of your way to not get in trouble.
That's true.
Because it's not gonna be fair.
Right.
But you know this ahead of time. So don't get in trouble in the first place.
If the options
Get it, got it good. Bye.
All right, see you later, tough guy. All right, once again, like, comment, subscribe on this video. This is going to be, I'm going to probably title it Karmelo Anthony versus Big Ward, the commentary. All right, so comment on this. So leave me a comment, like it, subscribe, hit the like button, all that good stuff, all right? I appreciate you for watching. I didn't want to bore you with this one, but this one touches on a few points in my personal life and life in general about how to act to a certain situation. And I was want to give my thoughts about it. And this topic he's discussing kind of helps it along, helps me bring out what I've been thinking about certain things for a long time. So please listen to it in its full, and you know, do the right YouTube thing. All right, peace.